Tyrone and Kingsley hour. Y'all know we do here every Saturday morning from 9 to 10. We strive to bring power, dignity, and class back to our communities, man. I tell you, man, class is like the day. There's no class today, King.
Well,
Like school on Saturday, no class, man. Hey, man, we always gonna say that, man. To those who don't know where I got that phrase from, that's from an old black cartoon, Fat Albert. Yes, little Rudy used to say that to what's name all the time. Rudy, Harold, you like school on Easter, no class. Yeah. I tell you, King. Good to be here, King. It's always good to be here, man. We have a bye week this week, so it won't be no football for us this week, as far as with the Ravens, I believe. You know what I mean, King? And so Sunday I can really relax tomorrow. Really relax tomorrow, King. Watch football. I won't be all.
Come over there.
I won't have a chest pounding because the Ravens in the fourth quarter and it's a minute left and it look like they might beat us. Yeah, I won't have that this Sunday. Anyway, King, I say, man, what a lot of things going on in the city again. The same old again, y'all. Hey, man. Oh, man, y'all. We have another crime plan.
Well, what is it?
When is it gonna start? Remember McKenzie?
Wow.
Well, when is it gonna start?
Yeah.
And
what is it?
King, we have another crime plan again. Another crime plan.
Who's giving us this crime plan?
This is the governor this time. He said he got his now, King. His coming out now.
Right.
Yeah, his coming out now, King. And aren't we tired of plans? Is it time for action? Is it time for us to say, look, there's no sense, because King, you said it, and we said it all the time about this juvenile, what they call it, justice center.
Yeah.
They don't need no justice when you juvenile beating up people. You just had another lady on television. Another old lady. Yeah, with the black eye.
Oh, my
black
goodness.
Eye. Yeah,
Oh, my
black eye.
goodness.
See, at one time, even thugs and stuff wouldn't touch the women and children. They wouldn't touch the women and children, King, at one time. You know, the women and children weren't off the market. Were off the market.
They were.
They were off the market now, King.
Yeah. Everybody's food now.
Everybody's food now, King.
Yeah.
You brought something up about that on the way here about, everybody's food and everything, King. But to see these acts consistently and to hear the people consistently saying the same thing. Now we have multiple black people saying that, look, man, it's unsafe here. Cut and dry. It's a free fall. The guardian angel guy been on television.
Again.
It's a free fall. He's saying, look, it's just a free fall, man, that you are surviving here in Baltimore. It's a free fall, man. You know, King, you made a statement. You said the reason why we make it because we know how to maneuver.
Yeah, we know how to move in these streets.
You know how to move in these streets. You know what I mean? We know where to go, where not to go. When you see a crowd of people, you shouldn't go. Yeah, getting to the folks and the people who allowed their children to go out to the Brooklyn massacre shooting thing. Again, in these days and times, you're going to allow your children to go out to a spot like that? King, I wanted to bring up something, King. First off, I wanted to bring up about parenting.
Okay.
I want to talk about parenting. I hope mommy's listening to stuff, because, parenting, man, it's like, the other races of people, they really parent their children. Caucasians used to parent their children to over here, and they got caught up in all type of Facebook and things of that nature that are sending their children off on wild fantasy ideas. Mm-hmm. But other races of people, King, manage their children's lives. They even still have arranged marriages.
Yeah.
To some of us, that ain't right. You might not like the person. Your parents are not thinking. They're thinking about you liking them and loving them and becoming a family with them. And they're thinking about what's best for this situation. And what I know is going to work for you. You don't know. What we do over here in America is send our kids off again. Again, we talked about this on the show before, King, when I said, we just send our kids off. As soon as they turn 17, he ain't gonna be leeching off of me. He ain't gonna be leeching off me. She ain't gonna be living around here. She don't do this, she don't do that. Well, first and foremost, if you the leader of the home, she got to do. Or he got to do. Or else there gonna be consequences.
Yes.
In your home. King, what do you think about that, King? I'm throwing it over to you for a minute on that parenting
Okay,
thing
well-
about how our marriages and children are arranged and sent to schools and just to make sure their lives will go right. Okay.
Okay, well, just to be fair and consistent, it's hard for me to talk on parenting. I'm not a parent, but what I have observed and what I've seen, like you said, in different races or different upbringing, the structures are different. In most Asian societies, again, I'm just speaking hypothetically. I won't even say hypothetically, just in my own opinion. They center their structure around education and making sure that their kids are highly educated. And what I mean by structure is what's acceptable and what's not. So even bringing a B, I remember growing up that we had kids that when they brought a B home,
Unacceptable.
Committed suicide.
That was unacceptable.
It was unacceptable to bring a B. They had straight A's and
Yeah.
one B and literally pleaded with the teacher,
Man.
because to bring a B home was unacceptable. And, but it just goes to show the standard. So I look at how that is now. Now, the flip side to that is how
Talking
education.
about over here.
I'm just talking about
go.
flipping from how we were or when we grew up and experiencing how education and parenting was then to what I see going on now as far as parenting, where, in some of those cultures, that still exists. But in other cultures, we have progressed into a different form of learning. They've reimagined learning like they've reimagined policing.
Yeah.
And in doing so, the miseducation of the children is taking place because the parents now have been miseducated.
Well, how can you allow a child to embark on you can help your child to, if you say, well, him or she says that they want to go do something, so you can walk them into it and everything, but you just can't allow them to go freely without your parental.
I know, I see what you're saying.
You don't get what I'm trying to say?
Okay, so let me tell you how this now. It ties perfectly into what we're talking about here. Okay, you said that guiding.
Yeah.
Take the whole guiding away and put the I'm independent in there in place of it. Remember that lady who talked about, well, I think she called, well, no, it was Cookie who called in and said that, she liked the independence of her daughters because she could go here and go there. Now, when you are instilling that as the parent, to a kid who does not understand, be independent and not, prey upon somebody else to be independent, then, that message is misconstrued.
Yeah.
Do you get where I'm going?
Misconstrued, yeah.
And I think that the parents that have that mentality of being independent have pushed that onto them, and the culture that we live in doesn't allow for people to be, I guess, respectful of any other person's boundaries and spaces, because everything is about me. I'm independent. I want what I want.
Okay, this American sense of freedom has even trickled so far down to releasing your child when they shouldn't be released.
Okay, when you say release, what are you speaking of?
I mean, releasing them into the world, because that's basically what I mean. When I hear growing up, I heard the rhetoric of. I remember my cousin, as soon as he turned 18 and graduated school, my mother said to him first, "Yeah, time for you get out and go get a job." Yeah.
Well, see, let me tell you what the end result of that is when, again, being independent and pushing your kids out. I'm sure you're aware of what's going on with that whole, P. Diddy, Brother Love, whatever case. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I heard something about that.
I heard so when you push your kids out at 19, somebody's at 37.
Yeah, with a lot of money.
Who's a billionaire can get them and
good call,
get them,
King.
Have them doing things that they wouldn't, normally do. because now they're in an environment where it's completely different from where they came up from. You're exposed to all the decadence and the extremes of the world. You know what I mean? Everything is at your fingertips, and here's a person who can open up doors for you and make you something overnight. And then but the trade-off for that is you become what happened to that young lady. You know what I'm saying?
And again, you say, King, majority of times when you do that type of stuff, the child or the girl or the guy ends up into a wicked spot sometimes.
Yes, when you push them out.
Partying.
Yes, when you push them out.
Little drinks.
Yeah, when you push them out too early and you don't have the guidance or the structure or that background from, what I was talking about.
They just went in the club to have fun. But over in the other area is the people with money. In that, what they call that area?
The VIP room.
The VIP area.
Yeah.
So she peeps over, or he peeps over the VIP, and the VIP look over, who that over there? The guys with the money or the girls with the money? Yeah, hey, buy them a drink over there for me. And now it's on. Your daughter, your child, is gone with R. Kelly.
Well,
you heard what I just said? I just gave a scenario. Gone with R. Kelly.
Well, I'll say any ball player,
any
rapper,
any female singer who got money.
Singer,
I'm not
actress,
just saying men.
I'm with you.
I'm not saying just men.
I'm with you. Any kind of actress, which is anybody with any kind of influence. And that's what the new drug is. The drug is influence, and that adrenaline rush of I want to be. I want to be known by everybody. I want to be loved. I want to be popular.
So now you've lost your child.
Well,
You've lost your child.
You lost your child to,
society.
Well, a moralless society, because now they're doing things that, again, when they come back to you, they're so ashamed they can't even come back to you and tell you the things that they have done or they've been subjected to for the shame.
That's why.
This is why I mean, and that I believe that's why the money is the way that it is on that end, for the compensation for the the degradation and the things that you have to do. I mean, we're looking at it on TV. When I see the Masked Singer, that's a show that comes on one of the channels. I laugh, people laugh, but what they don't look at is things that they used to say is a conspiracy theory, where the Rothschilds had a party where these people used to wear deer. They still do. My point exactly. They used to wear animal heads and disguises.
Where do you think they got the idea from?
Well, listen, Bohemian Grove, Hollywood, California, all those things that people once said are conspiracy theories are no longer conspiracy theories. These are conspiracy facts. And what has happened is that kind of moralists have seeped into society as a whole. So now you have people, that you have, I'm just going to call it out, the LGBTQ, who are not satisfied with just themselves. They want, they are now pushing for the kids. So I see this flag out that now is about children. And I'm like, what does children have to do
with your adult theories?
You see,
with your adult, what I always said, happy hour mentality.
Yeah, I mean, one thing to me,
can you be professional in your field that you're in? But I get who you are.
But hold on, and I'm just showing you how I'm tying it into everything. So now you go from there, and now these people are out here, and then you have the other end of that spectrum. Like your Vincent Schiraldis, who are in charge of programs that he's been a failure of, but somehow or another keeps getting promoted. And these people, young people's lives are being ruined because of this person, and we're not looking at the connection. And you're like, well, how does that tie into the LGBTQ community? Well, it doesn't. It ties into the agenda that has been attached to the LGBTQ. So it is its own separate entity that they're trying to push along the backs of the LGBTQ. See, that's why a lot of bad press, sometimes go, because not everybody is bad. Yeah. But when you look at it, the totality of everything, everything is just, the fiber of society just appears to be breaking down when you look all across the
is
board.
this from the beginning conversation, from parenting?
From parenting.
From parenting.
Yes.
Mommy says it all the time. We all, and matter of fact, not just mom. I give mommy that because she's a senior. I basically said that everybody says that same narrative. It starts at where? Home.
At home.
Everybody says the same narrative. And if you are so lackadaisical at home, to the point now, whereas though we are so partnership with our children so much that we're on television now begging for someone to come in my home and fix my home. We're watching it on television.
And how's that possible?
How is that possible? Then you'll tell me the government is doing too much. The government is in my home. They trying to tell me what. You blatantly welcoming in someone to enforce rule into your home. We've seen it every day on television lately.
Yeah, but it goes back. But it goes back. You saying it perfectly. Destruction. There's no discipline for nothing. See, if there was a structure, you would at least push them towards something.
Yeah.
But they're not being pushed towards anything.
You go again.
So they're just being let loose to the streets.
That's what I keep saying. In our community, we're just letting them loose in the streets. And the first thing that we do in our community, I was a victim, King, is we buy or try to sell drugs back to our own folks. It is what it is, man. I knew the hypocrite. He talked about he did because he did this and did. I did it, dog, and it was wrong. It was wrong when I think about it. Now I'm older. I understand. I get it. I see the carnage.
Yeah, I see the carnage.
I see the carnage now, man. Our children, the first thing they do before they try military school or they try to go to the college or be a sportsman, they go straight down to the corner and believe that they're going to be Elon Musk from selling dimes and nickels. If this is not making common sense, man, I don't understand it now, King.
Well,
I've been as straight as I can be with this. With it, man.
Just like
and I know you want your turn. I know when your turn come up, King. I know the kid want their turn. They seen their pops. They seen their uncle slinging.
Ty, listen. Everything is like the food today. Yeah. Instant. Yeah. They want it instant. Yeah. If they can't pop it in a microwave and pull it out in 2 minutes and eat it,
But this daggone thing has made it instant. Man, we've seen so many kids. You talk about the little girl that became a millionaire. Pretty somebody, brought a mother home, became a million. She's still filthy rich now. You know what I mean? Many children have made their families be able to retire just from a phrase they put out on the phone.
Yeah, but listen, like you said,
and that's instant money.
Yeah, but you see, here's the thing: is you hit it right on the head. But she also had to go to where? OnlyFans to get it. Well, see, and at the end of the day, this is what I mean. The morality is gone because it's like, well, so what? I'm $2 million richer, $3 million richer. Hold on, I done bought my mother. See, I done got us out of our situation. Mm-hmm. So I
just use her as
I'm saying, I'm just using her as the same example to highlight exactly what we're talking about. Here is the moral fibers being pushed to the side for the money. Yeah. Okay, well, again, it should be alarming because she barely turned 18. Barely turned 18.
When she was doing that, she was probably about 15.
Well, we see when they can't say that because she might get locked up. But again, she's 18 years old. So again, you got these dudes out here that's paying for that stuff. They paying a subscription for that.
So all morals are gone now, pretty much. Yes. It's like whatever I choose to do now, I can just do because.
All vices are on the table. I keep telling you, I need to speak to you. We need to have this discussion about the eight things that destroyed Rome and compare them to what's going on in America.
Again, I say, King, I believe marijuana, legalizing marijuana to this limit right now was the wrong time because they're not morally ready.
And I would say this. I'll say this, Tom. I'll say this, Tom. I'll say this. They only legalized marijuana to cover up the opioid addictions. Yeah. I say that blatantly because I'll say it again. I think that they legalized marijuana so that they could use it as a scapegoat for the opioid epidemic that's out. Because understand something, they was getting lit up off of Oxycontin.
King, I tell you, man.
Them pills, them pharmaceutical pills.
Man, King, you know, we had a bunch of situations again. The mayor's touting all the murders are down and everything, but people getting beaten in the head.
Oh, he did it.
You know what I'm saying now? Yeah. The murder's down, but people getting beaten in the head more.
Oh, you said assaults are up.
Yeah, assaults are up. People get beaten in the head now.
Robberies up
King,
too?
again, I say, man, to Brother Sean Blue, you know, what, more better. He should be open about right now. Well, he cooking about right now if he open. I know he going to be open today from 11 to 6, right?
11 to 6.
Brother Sean. Thank you, Brother Sean, for, you know, always being a tentative listener and a donor, man. Thank you, Brother John. I appreciate that. And people need to get up there and try the food out. Again, I say that fish is amazing. And that mac and cheese is the mac and cheese. And I used to didn't eat mac and cheese.
Well, yeah, he baked the baked macaroni and cheese is it's a winner. You know,
CC Lounge up on Ricestown and Nelson, Brother Kurt, Brother Man, and Mike in the back cooking, and Nikki's the bartender. Great spot to hang out. You know,
nice,
pretty much.
Nice grown up area to be
pretty much Monday through Sunday, pretty much. You know, and it's a nice spot to hang out, man. You know, they're my friends and everything. You know what I mean?
Go up there and get, you know, Sundays watch the game.
Brother Kenny on Park Heights and Cold Spring barbershop. Yes, step in there. They got a lot of barbers in there, man. You know, Brother Kenny helps out when he can with donations and stuff of that nature. And he's another brother that I know, man, that, you know, found his way into owning his own business. You know what I mean? And I was supposed to call and talk to him and everything, but we're going to get all that together. But just talking about it, man, you know, is that there are black people out here that are still striving and doing great things. King Mimi said something that if you listen to it, you swear that all of us doing bad.
Yeah.
Everybody experiencing, everybody had little situations, you know, lifetime. But all of us not are damn near homeless. You know what I'm saying? All of us are not damn near homeless like that or anything. You know, situations happen. But, you know, if you listen to the black plight and everything, as though, you know, we all in this, you know. But King, I remember I said I wanted to have a charity one time, and I said if I had the charity, I would name it, You Gotta Do Something.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be the name of the Tyrone and Charity Fund. And if I could get into the 501c3s, yeah, you got to do something. Yeah. No, I don't know what to do. You got to do something.
Yeah. Constructive.
Now, I got a million occupations here, and they're all open.
Yeah, you got to do something.
And you don't know what to do?
You got to do something.
You got to do something. I don't care what it is. And slinging is a short something. I'm talking about a long-term something. Or you can end up in a bad situation in life. Can we roll by today and see how many people laid out on the street?
And
you know
first thing I told you, I'm like...
It's a lot of mental issues and things like that, but you got to do something, even if you're mentally ill.
Ty, can you imagine going to open up your business, somebody sleeping right in the vestibule?
Somebody sleeping right in front of your joint, and then somebody else tell you, well, I mean, you got to understand, man, both of y'all get that devil out of here. You get me? It's just like us coming to the radio station, and three guys laid out front. I might have to call first, say, hey, is it safe to come in?
Is it safe to come in?
Is it safe to come in?
Are you good inside?
Are you good inside? We ain't supposed to even ask that question anymore. We supposed to just travel through it.
Good morning,
because
how you doing?
I'm black now, I'm supposed to just walk through it. Yeah, because I'm a dude, go walk through it. You know, I mean, because you understand. No, I don't.
I don't understand.
I don't understand dirtiness and foulness.
Well,
dog.
see, that's the problem. See,
we
because
have clean blocks in the communities.
Remember what I said?
Signs of good.
Remember I said a couple weeks ago with the there's only two race of people on the face of this earth that view themselves in color. And that's black and white people.
It's only us. And
everybody else is a Frenchman, a
Dutchman, a Dutchman,
Australian, a German. We the only ones.
A Sudanian. You get me?
A Colombian.
A Colombian.
Yeah.
We the only place on the planet that keep talking this black-white stuff. And it feeds I think it feeds the narrative and keeps It keeps the power going.
It keeps the fighting going on.
Yes.
And with the fighting going on, this is where, you know, the stuff gets snuck through and passed because you're distracted.
King.
You're worried about stuff that doesn't make any sense.
King, I'm going to give my public nerve service announcement.
You
right
giving it
now.
early?
I'm going to give it early because I've seen.
Yeah, because they've been out there in the wintertime, which don't make sense to me, but I got
I've
you.
seen a guy outside, it was raining the other day, and he
Wow.
was trying to squeegee. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somewhere the master again said that was a business. To all patrons coming into Maryland, I don't care if you're coming through the top of Oakland. And watch yourself come through Oakland. It's getting cold now, King. A lot of snow be up there.
Yeah, I need
so
to take a trip.
if you come through Oakland
I need to take a trip
and you
up
come
there.
down, King, I still want you to come past Negro Mountain because I keep saying Negro Mountain because a lot of people don't believe it.
Well, they think it's negative
They
at
think
that.
it's negative.
But it's
they
not.
think they think I'm being smart or something.
No, Negro,
but
look it up.
Negro Mountain. It's got a
In
big
Maryland.
sign right on the top of
Yes.
the mountain.
They
Okay.
waiting for us to get there.
So if you come down there, King, beware of the wild squeegee crossings. When you reach 95 and it says "Welcome to Baltimore," put up your antennas high as you can, because that's where it's at as high as that. All right. If you roll up on the corner and you see him, don't give him any eye contact, y'all. Don't roll your window down. If you roll your window down, y'all, and get hit in the head, what we say here, King?
Just take it on the chin.
Take it on the chin, go home. Tell your family you did something stupid. I gave my phone to a stranger in the highway and thought things was gonna go wrong. You got a stake in them eye hurt, King. Anyway, you get what I'm saying, King? But anyway, King, if it gets ugly, proceed through the light with caution and call the police if it gets to. That is our weekly wild squeegee alert. Because, again, I say, we just seen another white woman and she wasn't in a squeegee situation, but damn it, she wasn't walking down the street and two young men jumped on her and beat her down.
Yeah.
Beat her down. It's on television every day, and I seem like I haven't heard the man say nothing about that exact case.
He hasn't. What you talking about?
That exact case, I haven't heard the man say anything.
You got no scene.
I hope that I know he may have called her or Miss, I'm so sorry. I hope he did that.
She's white, Ty.
I haven't seen it on television.
She's white,
where,
Ty.
You know,
She's a white woman.
I'm a man.
She's a
I'm
white
seeing
woman.
women beat down.
Brandon Scott, she was a white woman. Brandon Scott
I'm
was like,
seeing women beat down. I mean, you go to a parking lot, a gated parking lot, and break in a gated parking lot.
They taking care of
contact
children.
somebody. Take care of children.
Taking care of children, huh?
And a gated, again, I said,
Children.
handicapped
The same
area ain't
children?
even sacred.
Yeah, he the same
Because see,
children.
we used to have sacred areas. See, I'm going to tell you, it used to be a sacred area. Senior citizen home, that was the first unsacredized area. Most sacred citizen homes in Baltimore City are the most unholiest spots you could ever want to go
Did you hear
in.
about the sexual assault on the senior citizen? Come on, y'all. Y'all got to do better.
Y'all heard me now.
You got to do better, man.
Some of the senior citizen homes in Baltimore are the most unholiest spots you could go into.
And this is why we bring it up.
These are supposed to be sanctuaries for our elders.
This is why we put a spotlight on it.
It's
Because
supposed to be sanctuaries. That's what I'm talking about. This
exactly.
week.
Your behavior is disgusting.
It's disgusting.
You're assaulting old women now? Really? You that hard up?
I mean, even the management of these places is disgusting. The
The management.
Because even if an old person is still belligerent and getting high and all that stuff, he has to get out of it.
How about ground security?
He has to get out of it. It's got to be somewhere where our elders can go and be safe in harmony, peace.
Well, again, you know,
King,
where's the security?
God dang,
You know,
King, I
we
tell you,
just
man.
talking about security
Wow.
that patrol the grounds.
Yes,
but you
King.
see there's cuts everywhere because everybody is trying to make the most money. And they're cutting out all the people in the jobs at the smaller end and the higher ups. Again, they're the ones who are getting all the money. And for whatever reason, you guys don't see it. So let's talk about the education and how they talk about how we're running out of money. How is Dr.
Santa Lisa's running out of money. We talked about
Sandra Santelisa's, how is she running out of money when she just got a pay raise for over $300,000 in her salary?
She had got a lump sum attached to whatever was going on.
Yes.
That means that the money that was being made in the back should have been accumulating, right?
It should have. She's been making money on top
she
of
had
money.
free money on top of money.
Yes.
So, again, what I heard one reporter say, King, that, you know, basically what we see is a lining of pockets and a disregard of public safety, education, and everything else.
And basic sanitation.
And basic sanitation. Here, I remember I told you about that trash bag. I said, don't forget that trash bag.
Don't forget that trash bag,
when
yes.
we was coming to work today. There was a trash bag in the middle of the street. I said, King, we were talking. I said, King, don't stop your conversation, but look at that trash bag. Keep the conversation going. I'm going to talk about that. I said, now, there's 6 or 7 city trucks that just rode past here probably. And the initiative was not taken.
Yeah, nobody told them to do it.
I need the initiative taken on these jobs.
Nobody told them to do it, so they
I need supervisors who get these employees to understand, hey, man, this is your town.
Yep.
You're not doing a service just for the person that lives on a block that you don't live on.
No.
This is your town.
This is where you live at.
This is where you live. If that drain hole gets contaminated with trash, it affects all our wells, trash man, sanitation worker, however you want to call it.
Well,
it affects all the drinking water.
Well, I told you.
Not just, so you think when it affects the water, it's just going to affect King's water.
Yeah.
And I live right next door to him. Oh, it's only going to get King pipe. It ain't going to get my pipes. No, it's one pipe.
Well, it's the mentality, Ty.
Wow, King, I tell you, man, we are hiring the wrong people. Again, I say, King, remember I talked about that? All these folks being hired from out of town.
Yeah.
They need to stop this. We got together as Baltimore citizens. Kim, it's great throw it to you. We got together as Baltimore citizens and got the term limit set, right? So we got that done quick. We need to get together as Baltimore citizens and demand that none of these people that run these city agencies should be from out of town. If we got together and got the term limits, King, that should be the next thing.
I agree.
Go ahead, King. You got something you want to talk about that?
Well, I mean, you just look at how the city is being ran. You got the mayor taking credit for crime, crime statistics that let's be honest, he was the biggest cheerleader for defund the police.
King. Thank you, King. Thank you, King.
He was the biggest cheerleader for defund the police.
He was the mayor of a wrecked city.
Him and Marilyn Mosby, hand in hand, went through
defund the police
and charged the police with everything.
Yes.
Let all of the assailants, as Tyrone said, hit the streets. He was the champion behind it. And it wasn't until Ivan Bates and Eric, the Attorney General from Maryland, his name is Eric, who was appointed by Joe Biden, that decided that, you know what, we're going to put an end to it. We're going to prosecute him.
Yeah.
And they started doing things that they could do at their end. So, you look at this. You look at how they're abandoning the mayor. But before I get to the abandonment, look at BG&E. Look at how he unilaterally passed that. So, you know what, Tyrone? I need my house renovated. And you going to pay for it.
Yeah.
Because you done cut a deal with Brandon Scott. So,
they got the controllers involved now. They because they got a letter they found about.
Because it doesn't make sense, Ty.
They ready to raise the bills.
It doesn't make sense, Ty.
They raise it up again. They raise it up on us.
But Ty, you cut a deal with BG&E unilaterally, and you say things like, well, they have to they want the infrastructure redone, and we're going to charge the citizens 5% each year for the next 3 years, and it's going to save them money.
Remember I asked you the question, King, about what your last joint. Save them who?
It's going to save the citizens money. Our rates are going to go up 15%.
5 years.
3. See, there you go. I keep telling you about giving it. They didn't say a time when we was going to see it. They just said in time.
You'll see a discount.
We will see a discount.
But the rate's going up.
But the rate's going up within 15% within 3 years. 5% over the next 3 years.
Where's my discount going to come in?
It's going to come in time. So you asking the wrong, hey, Ty, listen, you got to cut it out.
Double talking. They know how to talk to us, don't they?
No, not
They know how to talk. They know how to feed us
but
that
you
mess,
see,
don't they?
what I'm trying to illustrate is...
Don't worry about the end, you're going to get yours.
But you see, you can't say...
I'm sick of get mine at the end.
But you see, it's not everybody that's talking it. This one was just your mayor.
Yeah, the cash rebate.
This was just your mayor with the full tongue.
The cash rebate. Yeah, you get a cash rebate. Well, I ain't get it yet. Well, we're going to send it to you later. What?
Well, you know,
I'm trying to get a cash rebate. I want the cash rebate now.
But here's the people that's not, you know, the person that is responsible for everything that you see going on is really not being held accountable for it. Yeah. He's saying things like, we don't want to go back to old policies. I listen to him, and there's somebody else inside of City Hall, because they was just on TV, the young black guy, talking to say, well, we got to find a medium between the two. We don't want to go back to how things used to be.
Did you hear this guy? We don't want to go back to how things were kind of peaceful a little back then, better. What's wrong with you?
Well,
because he got the black brick over his head.
Well, he said that the problem was all these black people were getting locked up. And I just don't understand how you can, how do you not understand that you live in a city that's 70 to 90% black? So, and if at 13% of the total population we commit 50% of the crimes, what do you think a city of 70% of black people are going to do?
It's going to be.
What do you think is going to happen? Who you think is going to be committing the crime?
Who you think
is going to get locked up? Who you think are writing the laws?
Yes, this is insanity, King. I tell you, King, we got too many folks with this who will not address the issue at hand. Just like
you got your jail.
I can still remember Miriam Bowser said that, you know, we have to, you know, we got to find a safe, secure place where they can be watched and monitored. That sounds like jail.
That's jail. And then again,
but she don't want to say jail. She's scared to say jail because she's a black woman, or a black man, or a black person.
You know why?
And you don't want to say this.
You know,
it's insanity.
Because you got jail.
A safe, secure. He wasn't safe when he put that gun upside that 60-year-old lady. You want him to be safe now?
And monitor.
Listen to this.
And monitor.
Listen to this now. This is what we said. Kim, remember I told you they were stealing that stuff when we said the city of assailants?
Yes.
I said that on multiple shows.
Yes.
Now people are saying, hey, it seems that the laws that are passed are protecting the criminals and not the citizens. We have said that before. Now everybody is saying the same thing. They're stealing our stuff from here. Can you give me the website real fast? 1590 AM.
Okay, we at WFBR 1590.weebly. That's WEEBLY.com. You can also find us on YouTube and Rumble at K-Thought. That's KAETHOUGHTS. Please subscribe. And you can also find us at our podcast. You can find us at Spotify, Anchor, Google, and iHeartRadio. Please join us there. Again, tune in to WFBR, you know, Sunday through Sunday, because they have, you know, a boatload of shows that comes on. You know, again, Thursday when we were there, we departed, and we had other people take our slots, so, you know, definitely give them a shot. We got Brother Darren who's coming on after us in a few hours. State of the City is definitely a must-hear. I listen to it every week. Brother Darren is just on point. Them 2 hours go too fast, brother, just so you know. Might have to get some sponsors and get you for another 3 hours or 4. But, so definitely check out WFBR, you know, 1590 AM and WFBR.weebly.com. You know, if you want to follow us on your website.
King, thank you, man. King, I think we had a great show, man. The topics we talk about all the time. We got a lot of time left, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Topics we talk about here on the Tyrone Al, man. Basically, shock treatment and awareness straight back in your face. Right flat in your face. Cut it out. It is what we're watching it. We're seeing it every day. Here in the city, we're hearing the same talk. For forever, these adults are so much consistently keep talking about these making a criminal secure when he was in jail.
I still want to go.
And that is the most craziest thing
I still want to know what this crime plan is that the governor got.
The guy,
not half, but
one kid got 60-something charges. They ain't caught him yet. He got 60-something charges, right? 67 charges, all right? So when he go to jail, all this mayhem that he created, you want him to be safe while he there. He's going to be safe anyway because that's the way the jail system runs.
We got called.
Am I right, King?
Yeah.
He's going to be safe anyway unless he gets himself amongst the folks in jail who can make things unsafe for him while he in there.
Man,
right?
He gonna take over that joint.
Who?
All right.
Ma, you got a
Hey,
caller?
dude, how
Hey,
you
Ma.
doing? Hey, Kingsley.
How you
doing,
doing?
ma'am?
We ain't hear from you last week. How you, Ma? What's going on?
Nothing. I just got up. I wasn't feeling good, so I just jumped out the bed. I said, oh, my God, I got a little time to call you, but I didn't get on the first segment.
Uh-huh.
So, but my concern is that I have been very, very upset with the news media and our so-called Christian sisters and brothers with this Palestine and Israel situation.
Go ahead.
I feel like we have omitted a race of people in our sympathy and our concern, our compassion when it came to the Palestinian people.
Mm-hmm.
Everything has been about Israel.
Yeah.
They're showing this one little girl, and I have compassion for the little girl that they found.
The
I have
4-year-old girl?
compassion for all of them
Yeah.
that were found,
Mhm.
that were released. But you still are putting the Israelites or the people from Israel in the forefront of this situation.
Yeah.
What about the Palestinian little girls and babies that have been killed?
Let King
What
chime in,
about
Ma.
all of the
Yeah.
Palestinian people that will be misplaced
Mm-hmm.
and with no one talking about giving them help? But yet, every time you turn the TV on or you listen to someone talk, it's all about Israel.
Let King chime in real fast, Ma. Ma, let King chime in. King will chime in real fast. Go ahead, King.
Hey, Ma, I don't know if you if you heard about it, but you know the Israelis. First of all, yeah, they're not Israelites. Please don't call them that because they're not that. They're Israelis. They're a type of a Jew. But we'll talk about that later. Did you know that the Jews that they had information that this attack was going to take place? I told you, Ty, that Israel is too insulated for them not to know that this was going to take place.
I
They
just
knew
seen
about
that.
this
You didn't see that, Ma?
they knew about this last year and they ignored it. They basically said that these people couldn't pull something like that off.
Yeah.
So to hear what you're saying, you're 100% correct. I believe that this was done intentionally. I believe
do
that
too.
they set this whole thing up from the beginning
propaganda,
by
yes. They the leaders of
ignoring it.
propaganda.
They false flagged this. They
Yes.
knew this was going to take place.
Yeah.
I
let
said
it
it from
happen.
last week that I believe that they let this happen. There's no
Yes.
way that the Palestinians, as poor as they are, that these people will somehow or another outwit and outsmart the best defense system on the face of the planet. Their defense system over there is better than what we have here.
Yeah.
They have the capabilities to shoot down missiles and rockets.
Go ahead, Ma. Go ahead, Ma.
And another thing, Kingsley, you're absolutely right. You talking about defensive that they have better than our country
Yes.
or better than other countries.
Yes.
Okay, if you wanted to imprison people like they did the people over in Palestine, they said that the way that those Jewish people were treating those
The
people,
worst of the dog.
Israel were treating those people was almost similar to
It's worse
slavery.
than the dog.
Yes.
And yet you upset because a group of Palestinian people, Hamas, got together and wanted to rise up against what you were doing, the oppression that you were putting our people under. So now all of a sudden Hamas is such a terrible group.
Yeah.
I disagree with what Hamas did to those innocent people
right.
that they
That's
went
right.
and killed. But my thing is that when you are oppressed, you have been stomped on, you have been ridiculed, mistreated, you watching your family live in huts and can hardly get food and water.
Mm-hmm.
And did you not think at one time that somebody in that group would rise up against you?
Hey, Ma, what about this now? What about this? How do you think your church or your congregation would feel about your feelings about what you're talking about right now? Because basically, majority of us, these churches and Christian churches are basically siding with the Jewish understanding. How you think
Well-
your church would receive you if they heard or understood that you felt this type of way?
Well, I've heard people in situations that saying what you are saying, that the Christians here in America is for Israel.
Yeah.
Okay, my thing is that I have lost a lot of respect for the Christian people here in America.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And abroad and wherever you are.
Okay.
I've lost a lot of respect for you.
I got you.
Because you are the ones that's shouting out God is love. God wants to heal the land. God wants to do this. God wants to do that. But yet you sit and you make messages. You put out messages. You talk to other people, and you want to down these Palestinian people the same way they did the Haitian people. They never rolled out any tables of food for the Haitian people when they came over here. They never tried to give them housing. Anybody in America that comes to America to me with any color in their skin, the white man don't want you here.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you, Ma. Hey, Ma, I appreciate that. We ain't got that much more time, Ma, but you always love to get the way you give out the information, Ma. Again, I say we never had a person call in and challenge your theories or anything you say, really, because it makes common sense is what we're trying to
real
come
quick,
again.
Ty. So, you know what, Ma? I'm also looking at this a little broader. They keep talking about Hamas. Am I not mistaken? Didn't Joe Biden pull out of Afghanistan earlier this year in the most abrupt fashion and left over $80 billion worth of equipment over there to those same people who are now in Israel? That are now in Palestine using it. It almost want to seem like they armed these people so that they could start this war. Like I said, you go back to last year and it came out, when they got a message that this might be happening, and they were like, nah, it's not going to do it. And then you have Joe Biden pull out of Afghanistan the way that he did, leave them with military, capabilities, and now these people are going to war at the same time that you got a war going on with Putin and these people up there with Russia and the Ukraine.
Hey, Ma, you got anything you want to say real fast? I'm going to let you go here.
Okay.
Hey, thank you, Ma. Love you, Ma. Again,
Love
King.
you, and you all have a good day.
Yes,
You do
ma'am.
the same.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you,
Bye.
Ma. Hey, King, again, I say, man, I'm glad Mommy brought that up because basically what I said before is they're getting their chance for biblical history to me. If they had not stopped them, man, they was going to run through there, man. If the world had not really started looking and saying, "Hey, you're killing innocent children and everything," they would get ready to go through.
Well, the ceasefire is over, so it's back
they
on
going
again.
back on
So
again,
it hasn't
They killing
stopped.
the Philistines again?
Philistines.
They
and
killing the Philistines all
the
again.
Amorites.
Yeah.
The Hittites.
The Hittites and all that.
Yeah.
They want their turn in history, in the biblical history again. Again, I guess, King, and they patrol all the propaganda. Again, you say, Kanye was right. I guess you say when he said it the way he said it. But we say Kanye because he was a known figure, but we knew this long before Kanye who ran the propaganda the most in the world.
Of course.
Who ran the propaganda. I knew it. I knew who ran
Listen,
Hollywood.
I see what's going on
Yeah,
now. This is, again, I'm with you. I want the message that I think I would like to really get out to everybody, especially those that, keep playing victim, is, man, just keep pulling yourself up as best you can.
Yes.
I'm like, he look at a person who ain't worked in 2 years, and I'm not out here doing nothing crazy or, destroying myself anymore. Instead, I've put that into trying to, build something that's going to, be long-lasting and sustaining. Sure.
I wanted to ask the question at the beginning of the show about finding a way to a good life.
Well,
is that not what you just was talking about? That's not we consistently talk about. Is trying to find a way. I said about that.
Well, you know how you find
charity
it?
thing about
Okay.
you gotta do something.
All right, so you know how you found your way to a good life? What happened? Okay, it was an internal change. I just looked at myself better.
Yeah, and I wanted something. You wanted that.
I just wanted more for me.
I wanted something better.
You know, and when I saw, listen, I just thought about, how all the money I used to make for everybody, just in my working, how much money I made for them, and then you know, at the drop of a dime, here I'm unemployed because somebody said this or somebody said that or somebody, you know what I'm saying?
You know what else? I had another black narrative. They feed the most. Oh, they just don't know.
They do know.
You heard what I
said? They do know. They're the most intelligent people in the world.
Over blackhead is black racism, and now what's the pipeline to prison thing?
Pipeline to prison.
Now they just don't know.
They do know.
Man, I knew right from wrong by the age of 5 and 6.
Well, I take it a step further.
Oh no, but see you were raised. No, I wasn't.
Everybody know right and wrong.
You know right from
God
wrong.
put it inside of you, so you know when you're doing something right, when you do something wrong. It's a feeling that you get, and you know it. And you know what you usually say?
Yeah, because I'm getting advantage in what I'm doing. I'm getting the advantage.
It works for me, so I'll ignore it.
I'll ignore it.
Yeah.
King, I thank you. King, I say, man, I'll ignore it.
I'm trying to tell you, that's when you see what's going on here, they got a chance to do the right thing or the wrong thing. I always say this, I wrote it in a poem. I came to a fork in the road and I went straight. I'm not tired, just hungry, so I asked the Creator to put the food of knowledge on my plate. See, I came to a fork in the road, left or right. I went straight. You see, either I could have went left or right.
They always say that, you going straight now? I remember parents saying, you finally going straight, huh, boy? Yeah, well, you got a job, huh? You're going straight now, huh?
Here's the thing. You take the shortcut. You get to where you're going. You get there faster. But then this is what happens. Yeah. You start, once especially when you obtain it too much. Look, I'm going to use P. Diddy again. Mr. Brother Love, as he calls himself these days. Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Yes,
and
you search out and destroy others in the
process. In the process. Yeah. So here you have a person who looks at himself as a god, carries himself as that, and have people around him worship him as such. Look at how he presents himself to the world. This is what is now. Now he's the microcosm of what you see going on in the whole of America right now.
They just don't know, King. So all the
but
ladies,
they don't know what they see.
That's been in the Luke videos.
They mamas.
Videos.
They mamas that's out
all
there.
All the ladies that's been messing with R. Kelly.
See, what Ty's trying to tell you is back in the 90s.
All the ladies that did all these things, they didn't know.
Yeah, see, back in the 90s, we had the same thing going on. We just didn't have
But then you found out that the ones that R. Kelly was getting, the parents were being paid.
And delivering the children to him.
Calling him, and he was giving and sending them money.
Yes.
See, that's where I wanted to go at, King.
It wasn't just him.
Just didn't know.
You had the Russell Simmons.
See, they didn't know.
But it's the Russell Simmons. Now you have.
It was a good time.
Now you have, like I said, Sean Combs. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? You have Andre. What is it? No, Babyface. They talk about these people.
Bill Cosby house.
Bill Cosby. But you know what you hear now? But you know what you hear? But you know what's going on?
She didn't know.
You know what's going on, Ty? It's why are we coming after these black men now? Yeah. All black men. What happened to the white? Yeah. But y'all forget about Me Too. Yeah. No, all of these dudes need to be.
All these dudes went down. Black, white. King, real fast. Vincent Ceraldi.
Oh my goodness gracious.
That's Vincent Ceraldi.
He said that he wants to abolish.
He wants to shut down Rikers Island jail.
Yeah, he wants to shut down the jail.
New York didn't need that jail. That's the major jail there. He came here. He went somewhere else. You said D.C. and with some crazy stuff.
No, I'm gonna tell you the crazy stuff.
Go ahead.
He went to D.C. He was in charge of the same thing like we got up here, juvenile justice, and he was supposed to be monitoring some juveniles. And out of that crush that he was monitoring, 9 of them went out and committed murders. 5 of them ended up getting murdered.
This man has no.
He has a track record of failure.
He has no boot work or understanding of city life, or This guy has
no boots on the
understanding.
ground. He's no
He's
trenches.
never had.
He's not from the trenches,
He's not
Ty.
from the trenches.
Not at all.
A person that needs that job has to be someone who's been in the community. He has to understand what children are going through or what children aren't going through. I'm tired of that too. That's another black nerd. Let me add that to the list. The children are going through something. What? What are you going through? Get up, eat, go to school, do your grades right. The only thing you should be going through if your grades right or somebody mess with you in school.
Yeah, but they
this
rushing to be an adult.
narrative, oh, they going through something
Yeah,
wrong.
because they rushing to be adults. Put them back in their place.
Put them back in their place.
That's all you got to do. That'll stem
Eliminate
all
all that.
Yeah,
take all that false food off their plates.
Exactly. What?
Keep overfeeding them. Now you overfeeding them with so much adult content.
No, what?
You ever see it?
No, stay in your
Remember
lane.
they used to call that, King? Adult content.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane, boy. I still call a man a boy if he still acts like a boy.
Well, we got a whole bunch of grown boys.
Grown boys can't.
Yeah, they call themselves men. They
King,
40 and 50 years old too, Chuck.
They just locked up a 40, damn near 50
40,
year old
50
man
years
with
old, too.
40 dirt bikes in his basement.
See what I'm saying?
40 dirt bikes in his basement, guns, drugs, and everything else. Dirt bikes, King. He was almost